What's up, y'all? I don't know if you hear me, I forgot my mic, but I'm out here with my pup. I wanted to test out the XT2 versus XT3 for like dynamic range and sharpness. The XT2's menu system for video, I didn't realize like how bad it is. And then the XT3, everything's laid out perfectly and it's way easier to work with. So I just ditched the XT2 and was just working with the XT3 and comparing the F-Log to the Eterna. I love working with F-Log, but it's sometimes, I don't know, it's like a whole nother step and it's kind of hard to tell what you're doing or see if you're in focus since it's so flat. So if I can make Eterna look as good as F-Log, then I might just only use Eterna. I kept everything at ISO 640 because that's the only way you can keep the dynamic range to 400, whether you're in F-Log or in a standard film profile. So everything's 640, dynamic range 400. All the F-Log, I exposed it by 1 stop plus, and then the Eterna, it's all exposed out to 0. And everything's in 1080. I didn't want to mess with the 1080, or I don't really do 4K. I don't think there's a huge difference, especially mostly everything I shoot's only gonna be on YouTube and Instagram, social media, so there's no point shooting 4K for me. But yeah, let's go edit this and see what the results are. The first clips are F-Log. The second clips are the Eterna. I try to make the F-Log match up to the Eterna, and then the second clips are color graded into a style that I would usually use. And again, in the Eterna profiles, I used ISO 640 and dynamic range 400. So to me, I'm not really seeing a huge difference actually. I'll have to run some more tests on the different dynamic ranges and different ISO values, but the way I did it, it's looking pretty similar to the F-Log. To me, there's not a big enough difference for me to keep using F-Log. Now, the cool thing about F-Log is, say if you mess up on an exposure, with F-Log you could probably save it a little more than if you were to mess it up with Eterna. So I guess at the end of the day, don't mess up your exposures. So yeah, that was my quick little test. I really want to do this for my own workflow, but I thought maybe I'd film it and show the rest of everyone else just in case anyone else was curious or thinking about doing the same thing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to Eterna now, which I wasn't expecting to happen. I didn't think it's gonna be as good. Also, the H.265 Kodak runs like total crap in my computer. So if you're thinking about starting to use it, if you have a crappy computer, you might not want to, like me. My 2012 iMac can't really keep up with it. But yeah, if you have any questions, you can either hit me up on Instagram or you can leave a comment on this video. Whatever works for you. Peace. Yo, also, if you want a really dope camera bag that's not super ugly and like futuristic looking, I think it was only like 50 or 60 bucks on Amazon, but I got my XT20, my XT2, my XT3 with the 55 to 200 goes right here. 50 millimeter, 35 millimeter, the 18 millimeter, all my batteries, all my little accessories. Yeah, this is like a perfect bag for mirrorless cameras. Again, if you don't want to look super ugly and modern looking, got a little clip thing up here too. And this isn't what this is for, but I got a little cup holder. Look at that. What's up, bro?